Always lived with a strange feeling that there was more to the world.
Hello, Miss Crab.
Moron. On a jagged sky.
He woke up with a strange feeling.
Spaghetti! Arlene, you gotta see this.
Okay, that's just weird, even for you.
Okay, so we've stopped by the Ripstone corner here at Gamescom to, well, get a look at Stick It to the Man. Klaus, take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the game here. So, Stick It to the Man, the mind-reading game / adventure / platforming game. So I'm going to show you sort of like a demo of a little level that we built just for the purpose of showing it the floor here. So this is sort of like mid-part of the story, where Ray, our main character, is kind of thrown into asylum, actually. Every great game should have an asylum in it. And of course, Ray's problem is basically that he thinks he's going crazy and he's kind of scared because he hears voices everywhere. So he goes to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend recommends him to a shrink. The problem is that the shrink is really a hack, and he ends up in this asylum. So this is where we are in the story right now. So we've got to turn up the sound a little bit so you can hear it.
Stuff around me. That's the magic man that lives in my head. Well, maybe I am a little crazy.
Yeah, so basically you can control the character around, sort of like a normal platformer game. You can jump. As you can see, there's this giant pink arm sticking out of your head. And what you can do is you can point it at different points to actually grab things, like, for example, paper pieces that are flapping out like this, and you can pull them away. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that you can at any time sort of switch into mind reading mode. So you go into mind reading mode and you can see these little brains popping up on their heads. What you can do is you can point on the brain and shoot your arm into that, and you actually hear what they're thinking about. So this woman, yeah, she thinks she's a spider, and she's looking for a new man. She's a Black Widow. I can mention here that the writing is, well, I've done most of the writing, but I'm working together with Ryan North, who actually writes for Adventure Time and also does dinosaur comics. And he basically takes it, my writing, which is not great dialogue, so he takes it and actually makes super dialogue out of it. And he's been it's been a great team, actually. So what you can do is you can actually pick stickers out of their mind bubbles like this. Sometimes there's a mind bubble that has a sticker in it, and sometimes a mind bubble that doesn't have a sticker in it. When it doesn't have a sticker in it, that means you can actually put something in there and change what they're thinking about. So for example here, we've got a guard that we're going to have to pass, and what we can do is you can just put that sticker on his face, basically. So one of the features that Ray can do is that he can actually move around in a level that not all the other characters can do. So he can actually grab these pinpoints and sort of snap around them to sort of cheat himself through the level in a way. So when you walk around here in this level, there'll be these sort of, let's see if I can, nurses, they'll see you, and if they grab you, they'll basically kill you. But don't worry, the extra paper here, and you'll just print yourself out again. So what you have to do is kind of try to figure out a way to get around them by using these pins and sort of sneaking around, you know. Like this, for example. So there you go. There's really a lot of crazy characters in there. We sort of gone nuts.
You saw him, didn't you? Haunting me. He saying such awful things to me. Such awful things. My imaginary friend is my imaginary fiend. My own worst enemy.
Yeah.
And I can never be rid of him. You can see him, can't you? Can't you? Can't you get rid of him?
So this character is basically, he has an imaginary character, an imaginary friend, but he's not an imaginary friend, he's an imaginary enemy, basically. And you can't see him right now, but if you go into mind reading mode, you'll see that the character actually appears. And he's this horrible bunny who's basically just nagging on him all the time, telling his shit. So one of the things you can do is help this guy to actually get rid of this imaginary friend. So what we've done, we actually recorded almost, more than 10 hours of voice recording. There's like, I think about 100 characters, and each of the characters can actually be read and has like a little dialogue, a little monologue, I guess it would be called, that tells, it's about information about the characters, what they want, what they don't want, or what they're looking for, and gives you information about how to basically solve the puzzles, So he's really into tea, and he wants a cup of tea, so you gotta figure out a way to actually put stickers in there to make him a cup of tea. I'll show you a couple of the things down here. There's another really funny character. He's getting electroshocks, and he actually enjoys it. This demo level doesn't actually have a purpose for him, but I left him there because I thought he looked so funny. Yeah. This is a character, and that actually happens quite often in the game, that characters show up in different chapters of the game. So one character, this character was working in a circus before as a sort of fire breather, and now he's in the asylum. Obviously he's a pyroman. So you get a little fire sticker that you can use there. And you can actually put these into like a little inventory. So you can have several stickers that you're carrying around, but we try to keep it quite, not too many, because we don't want it to be sort of super complicated adventure sort of parts. So it's not like Monkey Island where you have like 20 different parts and you don't know what to do with them. Got to keep it quite simple, actually.
Boiling water. I bet all the ladies will want to get with me when they find out I'm a dude with heated water.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting to mention is also that all the voice actors in the game are all amateurs, actually. So we've been using like online forums to basically find people who are interested in making voice acting, and you're surprised how many really great people there is out there. So we're working together with people that are in Canada, America, even Australia, and it's been really great, actually, because usually when you create a game, it's like you go into a voice acting, you go into a studio and you record the voices, and you find out, oh shit, this isn't something that actually can be used anymore. This is not what actually works for the game once you start developing it, But here we can basically record something, try it out, come back to the voice actors, re-record it. They do everything at home, basically, just send it back to us. So.
Cheese does not talk.
Yeah.
Hello there?
Can you help me? I'm from outer space, and I'd like to return it. I need my inflatable space stuff back to return to the stars, to my planet, to my people.
You're an alien?
So yeah, there's basically a main story that you can play through. There's also a couple of small side quests that you can jump and pick up. And this is a typical little side quest, like this crazy lady who thinks she's an alien and she's looking for her space dock. So obviously, if you solve all these little things, you get extra trophies, achievements, the kind of thing,
I make it a policy not to lie to old ladies. So all I will say is, have a good one.
So here, I actually already picked up the space dock, so let's try to put it on her.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've returned my space floaty to me. I am truly upset, young man, and I won't forget this.
That was unexpected.
Yeah. So up here on the tower here, this is where the main doctor is living, and it's a pretty hard area actually to try to get through. you have these like headlights or searchlights that's looking for you, and you can use them to alert all the nurses at the same time, and you can use that as an advantage. This is actually pretty hard, but I trained a lot today. I've been doing this all day long. Here's one of my favorite characters, actually. So we're trying to play around with if of course you have a monologue in your head, what would happen if a character actually had a split personality? Would he then have two monologues in his head?
The primary bioformator should be able to be modified to... Oh, dude, can't you just, like, chill for 1 minute? I want to get freaky. Note to self. It appears my split personality syndrome seems to be reasserting itself. Self-diagnosis is... Darn right I'm reasserting myself. Dude, we've been working on this problem for hours.
So what you can do is also, if you listen to a voiceover monologue once before, you can actually use the analog stick to sort of go forward or backwards. So instead of like, oh, I missed a part or something like that, you know. So this character, he's split personality character, really wants to hear some music, so we're gonna have to find some music. So I set it up pretty simple here. This woman is singing, so obviously she's, oh, got the wrong sticker there. That's not the one I wanted. So you'll pick up this boombox and put it on his desk.
Dr. Frank, I've never seen you dance at all before.
There's a whole side of me you've never seen, baby. And please, call me Bob.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of details to everything. We try to put in mind reads to every character, even if it's not necessary since the puzzle is still done. You still kind of want to hear, well, what is he thinking now? So we added everything like, this is one of my favorites. Yeah, so that's it, yeah.
Let's stick it to the man.
That is stick it to the man.
Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
I can hear people's thoughts. Can you understand that? I can hear their thoughts.
Dear, I hate snakes. She's staring right at my eyebrows. I like hot dog, hot dog.
Really? Can you hear this, monkey brain?
Secrets will be revealed.
Hey,
Stickers will get staked.
groovy.
Snake! I don't think this is a great...
This seems very interesting.